Hey everyone, and welcome to another video of Eat Well with Allergies. Now, I know in a previous video I said I wasn't doing videos for 2 weeks, but I just had this idea for a video that I had to do. So, this video is about what foods I use as substitutes for my food allergies. So, I don't know if I mentioned, but I'm allergic to 5 things: eggs, milk, peanuts, tree nuts, and shellfish. Tree nuts are basically pistachios, almonds, pecans, that kind of thing. Shellfish is, some people think it's all seafood. Shellfish is actually like shrimp, lobster, crab, that kind of thing. And I can't actually be near shellfish cooking because the smell gets into the air and my breathing basically shuts down. Same scenario for peanuts. The oil gets into the air and I have an allergy attack just by the smell of it. Now we've had peanut butter in our house before Mom banned it for a lot of years. But the thing is that I had an allergy attack where I had to go to the hospital just from the smell of peanuts. And that kind of ticked Mom off. Excuse me. So I can't really do anything about the shellfish, tree nuts, or peanuts. But I can do something, well, actually, technically, I said I was allergic to 5 things. I group peanuts and tree nuts together since they're both nuts. So I'm going to show you what I substitute eggs, milk, actually. So ignore what I said because I have butter and milk, but technically they're still dairy. So, okay, I'm a little tired, so I'm rambling. So I'm just gonna get into it. So, for butter, I use this is currently, the thing we have in the house is currently Smart Balance. Now, as you see, it's olive oil. We basically get what we can during this quarantine. Smart Balance isn't the easiest thing we can get. So Mom basically gets all that she can. So I basically use Smart Balance for my butter. And it really is, I use it in gravies, I use it in baking. That's mostly it. In compound butters, I just made a turkey a couple days ago, and it was really good. Okay, so for eggs, I use Energy egg replacer. So as you can see, I had to fish through the recycling for this because I actually have it in a container for easy storage. So for egg replacer, you can use it for egg yolks, regular whole eggs, and egg whites, but there are differences in measurements. So for 1 whole egg, you use half a tablespoon of the powder in here and 2 tablespoons of water. For an egg yolk, you use a tablespoon of water, so you have a little less liquid in there, so it's a little thicker, and half a tablespoon of powder. And for an egg white, you use the same as the egg, so you use 2 tablespoons water and half a tablespoon of the powder. But the difference is you whip it. You whip it until it looks like an egg white. And this has to be done at a very, very fast speed because it froths, but it will take you about 10 minutes to beat an egg white into even a little peak. As you have, well, that's it. This was going to be a very short video, but I just wanted to have that out of the way because some people don't even know what I use. They just look at the recipe that my mother attaches to my Facebook article. But the thing is that I use recipes. It says milk, I use rice milk. It says butter, I use my butter. It says eggs, I use my eggs. So I actually adapt regular recipes to my thing. And Mom has adapted that to for the recipe, I keep the same thing. Mom adapts it to my allergies. So she writes for, let's say, for my coffee cake, I needed a couple eggs. she writes energy egg replacer with appropriate amount of water. For butter, she writes dairy-free butter. I have no idea why she does this, but I guess it's because I'm an allergy channel. But I do understand a little bit why she does it. I just probably wouldn't do that on my own. So I convert recipes to my can't remember the word, to my allergies, I guess. And you can, people who don't have allergies at all can adapt it back to the regular recipe. So it really, some allergies are very hard to cope with, like peanuts, tree nuts, shellfish. Like I can't be near someone who is eating nuts because the oils gets in the air, and I can't touch them until they wash their hands again. So I can't hug my mother until she washes her hands after eating pistachios or almonds. And my siblings, especially my younger sister, is irritated by having no peanut butter in the house or any peanuts at all. If my grandmother gives my brothers Reese's cups, they have to go outside into the 30-degree weather and eat them and then wash their hands. So and shellfish, we can't have anything other than shrimp cocktail with already cooked shrimp into the house, because the smell of the shellfish will get into the air and will make me have an allergy attack. So some things are easy to cope with, like egg replacer, butter, and my butter, and I don't even know if I did rice milk. And I use rice milk for the rice ingredients. So, forgot about that one. And the thing is that, sorry if I'm all over the place, I'm a little tired today. Rice milk is basically water. It's as thin as water. You can't use it except for baking. It tastes horrible. And some people use soy milk. I think it tastes disgusting. Some people use almond milk. I can't do almonds. Some people, I can't even remember the rest of them. But there are other milks that I can't use, and I find this works better for my baking. So it really is, you have to figure out what works for you. Some people might like soy milk. It's a little thicker. We have 2 containers out in the garage of soy milk. I'm not going to use them because I think it's disgusting. But I understand why my mom bought them, because in this quarantine, you can't get some of the things that you normally can. Like at the beginning of this quarantine, toilet paper, you can't get any. Or paper towels, apparently now. or certain spices at the store. You can't get certain ingredients, and you can't go to the store unless you want to be exposed. So, you have to work with what you have. Like, I have to use these 3 ingredients for my cooking, or else I can't cook some of the things I like to. Because I'm allergic to milk, most packaged gravies have milk in them. So, I have to substitute that by making my own roux, R-O-U-X, and making my own gravy, which is basically butter, flour, and bouillon or broth or anything like that. So it's a little harder to bake or cook or that kind of thing, but you learn what works and what doesn't work, and it's different for every person who has allergies. Like, this video is for someone who actually, her mother reached out to my mother, and she apparently has dairy intolerance, eggs, I think peanuts maybe, some kind of nut, and maybe shellfish. So she has mostly every one of my allergies, almost, I think, just from remembering. It was a week ago when my mom told me. So, and this video shows what I use for each ingredient. Don't know if she can get those or not, but it does help to have someone who does this, I think. I didn't, for years, I couldn't cook with eggs. I used water, I think, because I couldn't use eggs. But a few years ago, Mom got this Allergy egg replacer. And the first thing we actually tried to do with it was actually see if it fried. Excuse me. So it's like I've said a million times on this video, it's different for every person. You have to see what you like, all that kind of stuff. So this video is just to show you what I use and what other people can use if they can get these. So I guess that's really it for this video. I'll see you next time when I will be doing a video on what things I use for my allergy attacks. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to comment and all that kind of stuff.